Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live once again with Empire State of Baseball. This is episode number 115 on March 3rd of the year 2025. We are airing on Instagram, X, YouTube, and powered by StreamYard. Well, guys, it's officially spring training. Long off season finally came to a close, and we have baseball on TV or getting played basically every day at this juncture. We're maybe 3.5, 4 weeks away from opening day, so things are getting exciting. And speaking about exciting, we got a very exciting show tonight. More to come on that in a minute. Joe, how you doing on this fine evening?
Oh, we're doing good. We're in the Puglisi house. We're on baby watch over here, so life's about to change, but we'll see what happens in the next few days, and see if we have a new member to the family. But baseball season is upon us. I did get home today and watch some spring training, so that was nice. Senga looked good.
Yep.
Had that ghost fork moving, which is great. David Peterson had a good start, good relief outing as well. So, this is the best time of year. Is baseball getting going? You got March Madness right around the corner if you're into basketball, and you got the playoffs starting for hockey and the NBA in a month or two as well. So this slowly comes from the worst sports time of the year to the best sports time of the year here in April.
Yep, 100%. Tom, how you feeling on this fine Monday evening?
We are feeling good here. Truly just I feel bad for Joe's unborn child. He's going to have to be a Mets fan. He's got to be a Jets fan. That kid's going to have to just really have a lot of just personality to overcome such downfalls in his sports fan. I'm just saying.
My wife's a Yankee fan. You know that, right?
God. Well, listen, I didn't. And hopefully if she's smart, she kind of wins out there because
I don't know about that.
I mean, listen.
Don't you live in a split household too with the Met and Yankee fandom?
Yeah, but we all know how that's going to go. I mean, there was a discussion that kind of came up over the weekend. It's just
Rich, you might be the only one not in a divided house.
Yes, absolutely. No divided household here, just all Yankees. But we're going to have quite the divided household today. I mean, then again, we always have a divided household here in Empire State of Baseball. But for today's episode especially, we got 6 more heads we got to add to this screen right here because we got a big segment going on later on tonight. But before we get there, Tom, let's talk Rhoback.
Let's talk Rhoback. We are back in 2025. We've had a little bit of a hiatus from the Rhoback, but we're here and spring is just around the corner, and there is no better way to prepare for the spring then getting some new Rhoback. I got the hoodie on because it's still a little cold here in the Northeast, but polo season is coming. So make sure you check out Rhoback.com. Use promo code TWASPL15 to get yourself 15% off of your first order. Again, Q-zips, polos, hoodies, shorts, bathing suits, women's stuff. They got kid stuff. Joe, they got little polos, little hoodies for the little guy coming. So take a look over there. Again, Rhoback.com, promo code TWASPL15, get you 15% off your order.
There you go, TWASPL15. And simple Rhoback rundown today because our show focus today is just our first ever ESB 2025 Fantasy League Draft. So I'm excited to get going. Corey Fabs, first Roto League for me. So what's the expectations for Roto? Any strategy that you obviously be careful with your strategy, but what's like the biggest difference between Roto and other leagues you see out there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Roto too, again, this is the most popular form of fantasy baseball. Now, myself personally, it was the first type of league I joined when I started fantasy baseball back in 2005. But I really haven't played it much since then, to be quite honest, because I know even though Roto is technically the most popular, the most I've done, and I think the most we've all done here, is some form of head-to-head, whether it's head-to-head points or head-to-head categories, which is similar to Roto. But the biggest difference is there's no weekly matchup. It's not like you're going to have me versus Joe, Rich versus Tom alternating each week. It is a season-long grind. The way it works, our Roto is a 6x6. That's the type of Roto they call it because we have 6 hitting stats and 6 pitching stats. And your goal is to score as many points in each of those stats. So for each category, we'll be ranked essentially 1 through 10 because we have a 10-person league. And the better you do in each category, you get a point, and we're versing each other. So, for example, if I got the most home runs across all my fantasy players across the entire season, I would get that 10 in the home run category. Similarly, if Rich finishes last in home runs, he would only get a 1 or a 0, depending on how your scoring system works. And then ultimately, you do that for each and every category. You rank all the teams against that particular stat. That gives you a 1 through 10 number. And ultimately, the winner at the end of the season is the one with the most points. So a few different approaches you could go. You could try to build the most balanced one where you're not necessarily dominating in any particular one, but you find yourself in the top half in all. There's strategies where you could punt a category or two, really try to focus on a couple of categories. You could try to go pitching heavy. You could go hitting heavy. There's a lot of different routes you can go. It's really just up to the drafter. And really how the draft flows, because depending on who you're drafting with, it might completely change your strategy. If 10 shortstops are off the board, well, it doesn't pay to go shortstop. So it just depends on the flow of the draft. But that's the big thing with Roto. It is a season-long grind. There's no playoffs like head-to-head. It's purely day one, which this year it's one of those Japan League series. It starts in March. So the stats will count in the middle of March for that 2-game set in Japan, and run all the way through that final pitch.
The non-traditional opening day of that Japan series. Crazy stuff there. But yesterday, if you tuned in for our show, our draft special, you know the draft order, but we're going to meet the participants as listed here on our draft order. Tom with the number 1 pick. Christy Evis over at ESPN NYY's A Bronx Take, which goes live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Sierra Petit also of A Bronx Take. She is our Thursday host, where Chris is our Wednesday host. She's in the number 3 spot, and number 4 is our very own Corey Favs. In the number 5 spot, the host of Chooch's Pick of the Week, that's Chooch. In the number 6, we have Joe Puglisi of ESB. 7, it's your boy. 8th is going to be Keith of Shea and Sons. In the number 9 spot is Core of Core Curriculum, where that segment, just like Chooch's Pick of the Week, will be returning in the middle of the regular season. And our number 10 spot goes to Queens Baseball's own Josh. So a true split of Met fans and Yankee fans, Met creators, Yankee creators. So a lot of fun stuff. So let's not waste any further time and get these folks up here. Starting, it's been the first time since we've seen him since midseason last year. Our guy Matt Chooch Tooker in the building. Chooch, how you feeling, man?
Yeah.
What's up, everyone? Feeling good. Glad to be back. Excited for another season of baseball.
Chooch, where's the leopard?
The
Where's the
leopard
cheetah?
has not come out for the season yet.
We need you to get that leopard in the next 7 minutes.
We got it. And with 7 minutes, I gotta get through this. So our next segment host, the host of Core Curriculum, some of the most brilliant trivia questions you're going to see on the show throughout the course of the season. And that's my guy, Core. Core, what's going on?
Not much, guys. How's it going?
Doing good,
to see you,
man.
Core, once again, man. I'm surprised you're not in the blue and orange like you typically were during the season, but Core, excited to get this fantasy league. I listen, I've been a part of many fantasy championships that I've lost to Core. So Core is going to be tough competition.
That's what we want to hear.
Keep bringing that energy, Core.
Core trying to add to that mantle. Another familiar face and voice to the Empire State of Baseball fam. As I mentioned before, the host of A Bronx Take on our Thursday show. Sierra Poteet is also in the building. Sierra, how's it going today?
What's up, besties? I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Very
Oh,
good.
good.
Sierra also
Great.
the co-host of Hit the Upper Deck, which goes live on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Sierra and Lynn talking Yankee baseball over at Pinstripe Chronicles. Sierra, anything in store for this next season for Pinstripe Chronicles and the Upper Deck?
Yeah, so Lynn and I are actually working on a new segment all about the history of the Yankees from start to now. We're still working out the kinks, but that'll be rolling out soon, and we're pretty excited about it.
Awesome stuff. And best of luck to you for the new season. Another familiar face around these ESB parts. We haven't seen him since our controversial Empire Elephant episode. The host of Shea and Sons podcast, my guy Keith, is also in the building. What's going on, Keith?
What's up? How y'all doing, man? Hope everyone's well. Families is good. Let's get this draft rocking and rolling, man. Let's do it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Keith, I just found out that he's huge into the emo rock and that warmed my soul. Did not know this of Keith. Didn't know he had the dog in him. So shout out to Keith and
Let's
the
rock
fellas over
on,
at
dude.
Canadian Subs.
California, you know.
We have two more folks we got to bring up here. He is also a host over at A Bronx Take. He goes live on Wednesday afternoons at 1:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Chris Nieves is also in the building. Chris, actually, he's on the road. Chris, where you at?
Yeah,
So
I'm good.
that's where he's at.
I'm good. I'm in the Airbnb. Just walked in. Can everybody hear me?
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Okay, yeah, I just made it. Perfect timing for you calling me. Yeah, excited, man. Excited to kind of, draft the greatest fantasy baseball team we've ever seen in our lifetime. And yeah, boys, good luck to everybody. It's a pleasure to be a part of this, man.
Well, we'll find out how good that team is. So, Chris, thanks for joining us. And finally, adding to the last spot here, and he's in the number 10 position, is my guy Josh over at Queens Baseball. Josh, what's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? What's up? Excited to be here. The first time on you guys' show.
Absolutely,
Welcome aboard.
man. Long time coming. Josh, you're in that prime spot. Arguably, my favorite spot in any draft is the 10 because you have the last pick of the first round, but you have the first pick of the second round. So awesome spot for Josh to be in. But as you guys can tell, our draft board is just near ready to go. We're officially getting started at 8:15, right, Corey?
That is correct. So we're just under 3 minutes as of right now. So
Listen,
we're getting
guys,
there
it's
quick.
Commissioner Corey. Moving forward, Corey is the commissioner. He deserves all of your respect. If you're not giving that respect, he has the ability to suspend you, to fine you. So just make sure you're giving Corey the respect he deserves.
And if you guys can tell, I'm doing a lot of moving and shaking, but this is our draft order. And I pulled it up before. Tom is going to be leading us off at the number 1 spot. Chris Nieves is going 2. Sierra in the 3 spot. Corey Favs at 4. Chooch is going 5. Joe at 6. I'm going 7. That's a classic league of Chooches, by the way, from 4 to 7. Just want to let you guys know. Keith's going at 8. Going in at 9 is Core, and going in the 10 spot is Josh, and Josh with the wraparound. How many roster spots are we filling out, Corey Fabs?
Yeah, so altogether it's going to be 24. So there's going to be 9 starting offensive players, 9 starting pitching slots. From the offensive side, it's basically exactly what you would see in baseball, the standard positions. On the pitching side, there's going to be a 5-man rotation, 3-man bullpen, and then the 1-piece slot. So for those of you who might not be familiar, I'm sure most of you, if not all, are. The P slot's essentially your designated hitter slot, but for the pitcher. You can put a starter or a reliever there. It doesn't really matter. So it's pretty balanced. Again, it's a 6x6 roto stat league. 6 hitting stats, 6 pitching stats, balanced rosters, 6-man bench. Just want to make a call out, too. I know when it comes to roto and building stats and balance, one rule to call out, there's a 300 start maximum that essentially prevents teams from just, spam hitting the add button every day and trying to absolutely lock in Ks or quality starts, because that's not fun. 300 starts, it's going to be almost impossible to fill out. If you get 5, your 5 starting pitching slots, if you have a starter in the P slot, you have a 3-man bet, of the 6 guys, let's say half of them are starters. They all pitch 33 games, which is the max you'd see. That's going to max out at 297. So to hit over 300.
I mean, we also have bench. We have bench spots that can be starting pitchers too, right?
Oh, they can. That's it. It adds up to 297 if every 5 of your starters goes full 33. If your pitcher is a starter going 33, and if half of your bench goes 33. So it's
not much incentive to pick up bad
picks we have here.
Oh, is that Rich?
How much time in between picks?
60 seconds between picks. Hope we don't need the full 60 seconds. So I think the first couple of rounds will go quick. And when it gets a little later, that's when things drag a little.
Implore everyone.
Like Tom's about to go on the clock.
Use your cue your guys up so we keep this moving. I will be very cranky if people are not using their cue.
Oh boy. Well, here we go. The draft is officially started, and Tom has got the number 1 pick in the ESB Fantasy League draft. What do you got, Tom?
Well, first, I want to thank everyone for being here for this draft. Listen,
take
the first pick is on the table if someone wants to trade for it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm taking Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani, the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
in the draft. All right,
Out on
so
a
we
limb.
now
Free
move on
eBay.
to
Free eBay.
Christy Evis over at ESPNYY. Chris is still figuring out the whole camera, and there he goes. So there he goes. Maybe we'll never know the number 2 pick, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in these 40 seconds.
This is
where
most
Christy Evis
impressive
goes.
pick. Sierra,
Go to the
Sierra's
Aaron
been a
Judge.
great player no matter what at number 3. But I think Sierra secretly wants one particular player.
I don't think you know who I want.
I
You're
think I
assuming.
do
You're
know.
assuming you know who I want.
Harrison Bader is who she wants, and there's Judge.
At number 2,
I mean, listen, you got to build a culture.
Went through a quick problem here, but I was taking the greatest baseball player in the league, right?
Chris taking Aaron Judge with
Oh,
his number 2 pick.
he did that
Right.
very sneakily. Okay.
Seriously.
There we go.
There we go.
yeah, Sierra,
go.
that was easy.
I mean, I was
Bobby
between
Jr.
Yep.
him and Ellie, so
And I'm going with high production, premium production out of a weak position. Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez, who just ranked as our number 1 third baseman heading into the 2025 season, which leaves Chooch with his first round pick.
Are you, Corey? Are you gonna take him or no?
Oh, I did take him. It didn't hit.
Shouldn't it?
I didn't see him go.
All right, there we go. We're good.
Jose
All right.
Ramirez off the
All
board
right,
officially.
I know how much Joe loves to take the full amount of time for a pick, so I will not wait the full 60 seconds, and I will be taking Ellie De La Cruz as my first pick.
Ellie De La Cruz off the Chooch. All right, so it's up to me here. I could do
it's
something
me.
special, but I don't know if I want to jump. I don't
It's
know if I
not
wanna
you.
jump.
Still.
It's
not
Joe. It's Joe.
Joe.
It's not you.
All right, go ahead.
This is the toughest pick, man. I got so many options.
Just take
here.
Soto and move on.
I got so many options here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be a Chooch.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, and there goes pitching.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Let's start the dominoes, baby.
Listen, I'm going to go with somebody that is consistent. I love the multiple positions. I love the multiple categories. Well, that he can fill. I'm going here with Mookie Betts for my first round pick. Mookie Betts.
Shortstop and outfield.
The Met guys at the bottom. Yep, we knew that was coming. Keith.
There you go.
On
That was
Soto.
not surviving you guys with 6 picks in a row.
It's brutal being surrounded by so many Met fans around my pick here. Brutal for me.
That's basically how the whole draft is set up. The top half of the draft is Yankee heavy. The bottom half of the draft is Met heavy.
So this is what the board looks like here. If we're seeing that at home. Gunnar Henderson off the board. Core with Gunnar Henderson as his first round pick. So now it's up to Josh, who's got back-to-back picks here.
A lot of different ways.
I know, right? It's I can go many different ways here, but you know what? I believe in my shortstop.
There you go.
That's it.
No. This is where it gets a little you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun here.
Ooh,
There he goes.
Yeah, that's exactly who I had queued up to. Tarek Skubal
Use
off
that
the
cue,
board.
people. Use that cue.
Eric Skubal, also number 1 ranked pitcher for ESB heading into the 2025. Core with the next pick, and Core is going to take Kyle Tucker,
Love the
Kyle
speed
Tucker.
core.
one of the more preeminent
Good
free
value
agents
there.
entering the 2026 pool. So Kyle Tucker's off the board, and now
Future
Keith
Yankee Kyle Tucker.
has the next pick. Oh, and another preeminent free agent.
And another
entering the
future Yankee.
2026 free agency, and that's Vladimir
Future
Guerrero
Met.
Jr.
Oh.
So I'm going to sneak in here because I know a certain somebody will take this person if he's still there. Sorry, Sarah. I'm taking Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh my God, I had him queued up, Rich. What are you doing?
Fernando Tatis Jr.
you know what?
Killing
What's
me,
the
killing
point-
me.
What's the point if you can't commit?
Zach Wheeler.
Well, there
Zach
you go.
Wheeler.
I
former
know it.
Met.
I know it. This
Corner
is
the
why
market, baby. Corner
I
the
hate being
market.
sandwiched between Joe and Corey because Joe always takes my picks and so does Corey.
This isn't good because me, Matt, and Core all know our drafting styles, and we're all in a row. Like me, Matt, Core, and Rich.
Yeah.
There's about 5 of us that.
I'll tell you what.
Advantage Chooches.
I did have Corbin in my queue, but I'm going to go for the power and RBIs here.
Yordan Alvarez
It's a good
off
pick
the
for
board.
value.
God, I don't know. Rich took my pick.
Ooh, young
Oh,
thick.
wow.
Heavy hitters right there. J-Rod is still the top free agent on the board at the 13th rank according to ESPN.
Get him while you still can.
J-Rod's a fraud.
J-Rod might not be coming back on the way.
Austin
Wow.
Riley is the pick. Austin Riley off the board here.
There you go.
Going to
Yeah,
the
man.
Arizona.
Again, third base, weak position outside the first few guys.
So Christy Evis trying to make his next pick. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Thanks for tuning in for the live first annual
Julio.
live
Love
draft.
how
There
this-
goes J-Rod.
Julio.
Love
Fill
how
up the
this is
outfield.
built to me here. Love
We're
it.
gonna fill up the outfield and we're gonna work our way in, baby. That's
All
it.
right, let's see. We are going
Tom with back-to-back picks. This could be dangerous here.
Gilbert Grapes. And then let's see. I mean, with the
Logan Gilbert off the board.
I guess let me fill it up there.
And you see at the top of the list there is Freddie Freeman. All right, here's our board. Tom about to take the first pick of round number 3 here of the ESB Fantasy League draft.
Cattell.
Tell.
Tel Marte, MVP finalist in the
Weak
National League.
position.
There you go. All right, back to Chris.
I don't think I grabbed the starter yet. Let me get him.
Some of us already have
Feeling.
2 starting pitchers and
have a
2
feeling.
hitters. How is that possible? I don't know.
Because
Oh, not
it's
the
like
one I-
taking a
not
QB in
the
the
one I
first
thought
round
you
of fantasy football. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, my bad.
Oh.
I'm going to take Adley Rushman.
Ooh,
All right. You know what? I need to get some Ks.
catcher in the 3rd round.
Need to get some
Wait.
premium starting pitching. So I'm going to go with the guy with the most Ks. I think that's going to have this year.
That I
Dylan
thought Sierra
Cease.
was going. I thought Sierra was
Dylan
going.
Cease off the board.
Get those Ks, man.
I thought that was a Sierra pick all the way.
I thought I
so
can get him
too.
later.
All right.
All right, I'm
Next
gonna go
pick.
with my favorite position. Bryce Harper,
Mm.
first
Oh,
baseman.
shoot. You're killing me.
Damn.
Cooch. You're
Yeah, well, you
killing
did it to me last round.
That's very true. I'm gonna go with the Yankee killer.
No.
Just
Yeah.
rich
You're
Yankee.
drafting G-Man Choi?
I'm gonna take the stolen bases here.
All right. Just because it's not the most sought after power position as it used to be, I'm going to take the top ranked right there. I'm going to take Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman. I see. That's where I thought you were going when you said Yankee killer.
I mean, Yankee
Yeah,
annihilator.
I
Yankee
thought he was
annihilator.
going Devers. Devers is the true Yankee killer.
He's the Cole killer.
Joe doesn't know ball, so what can you say?
All right, let's take a look here. So that's our board. Pick history. Like the layout here. Actually, I it's been a while since I've seen the layout here for ESPN since a few of the fellas and I are so used to the offline draft as Rafael Devers comes off the board now.
Keeps putting together the ideal Red Sox team. He's got Devers, Vladdy, who might be a Red Sox next year.
Trey
Soto,
Turner's
which they had.
still the top ranked player here. That's
Chorio fell, man. Chorio fell.
Tina
Wow.
Turner still
That was,
available.
I was
gonna
gonna-
be the guy.
Churio was going to be my guy if I didn't
Jackson
take
Churio.
Patel. So
Yeah, Chorio
Uh,
falling, man. I almost took
what?
him overseas, but I was like, you know what? I need a
As
pitcher.
Josh
Everyone's
is-
getting pitchers.
As Josh
That-
is
that-
about to make his next pick
That,
here.
that,
What hell of a
that made
team
me
name,
a
by the
little
way,
comfortable,
OnlyFans.
but you know what? Oh my God, bro! Like, this is you threw me off completely. You know what?
OnlyFans.
I like Jackson Merrill, man.
Oh, another Jackson.
Good pick.
Let's go one.
And you know
I was
what?
between him and Cheerio.
I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of catcher here.
I love this last pick.
go.
Shout out to the
Position.
102 in the building. Thank you for tuning in. William Contreras off the board. William Contreras ranked in at our number 2 position.
Get your catchers. They're running out. Get those catchers.
The run on catches, man.
There's a run on catchers. Everyone,
We're
this
not
round
used to
take
this early in the draft, fellas. Seeing the catchers come off the board this early. So
Cole Reagan.
Cole Ragans or
There
Reagan
you go.
off the board. Ragamuffin. So Cole Ragans. That's amazing, Joe, that Cole Ragans came off the board before Seth Lugo did. You would have thought, otherwise. Saying.
There's still some good players on this board, man. Good
There
players.
are some good
Tribal
players on
Tribal
this board.
Keith is up. What Chris has got Chucky? Damn, you look life size compared to Chucky over there, Chris.
I'll tell you guys what, it's half all my leagues are either keeper or dynasty. It feels good to have a true redraft.
Kirby.
I know.
Oh, I want a curb.
All right, Rich, where you go?
Yeah, Kirby was.
All right, we gotta go pitching. I'm gonna be a homer here. We're gonna go Garrett Cole.
I got. It's almost like too many options, you know.
Yeah, it's still early. A lot of heavy hitters here on the board.
Yeah.
Here, I would say, are very highly ranked.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna assume he's fully healthy. I'm gonna take Seager.
I had him.
Good luck with that.
Seager off the board.
He's ready for
He's,
that.
he's so good when he's healthy. He's so
Yeah.
good.
I will be joining the pitchers and taking our new crosstown rival. Well, not crosstown, our biggest in-division rival.
Yeah.
Crochet.
Garrett Crochet, the newest Boston Red Sox lefty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it over to our commissioner Corey Fast
Yep.
next pick.
You know what? I'm gonna load up on the power, man. I got a couple of big bumpers. I'm gonna use that DH spot with a DH.
Yeah,
Get
Corey,
that
that
rock.
was my other pick. I was waiting.
Yeah. It's
Right,
how to
right.
do it.
I am going to keep you guys guessing, and I'm going to draft a pitcher. I'm going to take Michael King.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Couldn't get the other Padre start.
Yeah.
The next best thing. Michael King off the board. Chris is up now. We'll see where Chris goes with his next draft pick.
I'm going for power here.
I appreciate the timing here, fellas. No one's really bled out the clock.
Guy just hit a home run on us yesterday, so why not draft him, right? I mean, I'm just gonna go after a little bit of power here.
Marcel Ozuna.
Osuna
Off
from the
the board.
Braves.
Ozuna from the Braves. Listen,
Not the singer, not the singer.
Get pulled over. Just say your last name from some baseball team. You should get off. Tom, back to back.
Yeah. Listen, Braves are hot.
Take a look at the board here. Matt Olson off of
Off
said
the
board as we
board,
begin
and,
round number 5 of the draft.
Let's see. I think I want to
Yeah.
do. You just want to take.
Again, shout out to the
Here we go.
110
Fifth round.
in the building. Shout out to the 110 in the building. Swift here goes.
We got a good group.
Stole the words from me, Rich. Ragans before Lugo. Who would have thought? If Joe actually believes Lugo is the number 8 starting pitcher, he would be taking him next round.
Hey, who finished second in the Cy Young? I got the 2 best pitchers in the sport, so I'm good.
Framber Valdez, good pick. Framber Valdez off the board, and now Chris with his 5th round pick, and he takes Tina Turner. Tina
Ooh.
Turner off the board.
So quick,
Good
though.
value that late.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I am going to do. I need a third baseman.
I like Turner.
Well,
I
you
like
look at the
Turner.
position.
You need a third
Right.
baseman. Why'd you draft?
I'm going again for
He's playing third this year, so I don't
position
know.
that's not.
Oh,
You were saying
I like
I'm going
Turner.
with it.
I like
Right.
Turner where I got him. I didn't like him earlier, but I liked him where I got him.
Well, yeah. I mean, compared, he was ranked number 21. You took him with I didn't even know what
It was a
pick
good
number
spot at that
4.
point.
So good spot to pick him. Jose Altuve off the board. Manny Machado off the board. And now number 1 Yankee hater Joe Puglisi is on the clock.
Yeah, Altuve, get that production, balanced production, have a weak spot.
This is so hard. Because it's almost. And you know what? I'm just gonna ride. I'm gonna ride the train. I'm gonna live and die by the sword.
Okay.
oh.
I'll make this quick.
I'm going to stack them.
There you go.
I'll find production offensively.
Joe's going to load up those pitchers.
Isn't Chris Sale like 57 years old?
35.
Mike
Same thing.
Parziali says, shout out to Mike Pars, by the way. Love this concept. Like and subscribe, everyone. Shout out to Pars. Thank you, Pars. Jacob Petruzzi, Joe embracing his hate for the Yankees. Sierra has 2 third basemen, says Swift.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
we
for
got
now, Bregman will get second base eligibility
Want to make
Tribal
one call out too.
soon into the season.
He's in my utility spot.
on the board here.
What's the call out, Cora?
When it comes to relievers, because I know they're starting to pop up, it saves and holds both. It's combined because you have this bullshit now, which I
Corey
actually
just
like.
started
Where
a
it's
reliever
close,
trick.
still in 8th innings.
10 seconds on Keefe here. 10 seconds on Keefe.
Keith looks
Up
really
in
stressed
the,
out right
Oh,
now.
there goes Jazz
The best
Chisholm
available.
Jr.
Damn.
Damn it.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. I'm going to cycle through the teams here on the side. As
There goes
Core
Pete.
makes his next pick, then it's Pete Alonso.
All
Pete
right.
Alonso on the
So,
board.
He was not getting through this last clip of meth.
No,
Man.
absolutely not.
That was for sure.
Absolutely not.
I am going after a Dodger here.
Smells.
There you go.
I'm gonna go after someone that I feel like is gonna feast in Houston.
Oh, I like
Snell
that
and
pick.
Christian Walker.
Whoa.
Two
I
guys,
like
new
that pick.
destinations for the 2025 season. Snell and Walker off the board. Now we head over to Core Curriculum himself for his next pick. Kevin Cruz here. Swift, did you see Cole go before Framber?
Everybody's on that top 10 list, man. Everybody's got something on that top 10.
And we're winding down those top 10 lists. Soon we're going to have our outfielders list out there.
Oh, damn, Core.
And there goes Acuna. There
I
goes
was
Acuna.
hoping. It got so late. you
I
had
was
to.
hoping he was going to drop two. All right, there goes Bryce Miller.
It
And
got
now
so late to.
here we go. Is he still up there? You know what? Screw it. Since he's only up there, I'm not sure who to take at this moment. Take the best closer in baseball.
I was thinking about it.
Rich. I was gonna choose.
Emmanuel Clase. Emmanuel Clase off the board. All right, let's go back to the draft board here. Again, 107 in the building. Thank you guys for joining. Kyle Schwarber
Yeah, I need the pop.
is the next pick. Kyle
There you go.
Schwarber is the next pick here. Joe, let's take a look at your team here, Empire State of Fantasy. You got Altuve, Ramirez, Jordan, Brent Rooker, a couple DH, 3 DHs, 3 eligible DHs on your team here.
Who's this?
Dylan Cease.
That's Corey. Corey is Empire State of Fantasy.
Oh, my apologies. Oh, you're number one Yankee hater. Corey Seager, Jared Duran, Kyle Schwarber. Oh, look, all pitching here. Skeens, Wheeler, and Sale. As Logan Webb comes off the board. Chooch taking Logan Webb here.
I'm going to go for, again, try to get some speed out of a shortstop spot. So let's try to get some stolen bases. A little bit of pop, too.
CJ Abrams. Just got to keep him out of the casino. That's all. Keep him out of the
Was-
casino.
Was
And everything will
interested
be
in
all right.
him. Was interested in coming up here.
I am going to take the actual best closer in baseball and take
Oh.
Devin Williams.
Pars, you might have been onto something there. with
You mean the
last
closer that gave up a 3-run homer to end the season to Pete Alonso? That closer?
You guys still didn't make it to the World Series or do anything better than we did, so does it really matter?
Clase also got demolished in the playoffs.
Way to
That's-
roast the
that's
birds
also
there,
baseball.
Joe.
That's also-
Joe, your attempts at humor and wittiness are just they fall short every time.
Jordan DeRosco, CJ Abrams. Let's go gambling. Thank you, Jordan.
I love,
roasted
by the way,
Abrams.
love my position right now. Love what I'm about to do.
It's good for you, Tom.
Yeah.
Not
is.
always get the number one
Frankly,
pick in the draft.
It is. It is good. For
And
me.
how dare you think it was the collusion that I'd keep the 2 cups out of camera?
Well, I mean, it's collusion because I sent you money for the pick. That's why it was collusion.
I
Now, I
have
don't
not
like
seen the demo
that.
come through yet.
Now, Chris, I
Michael
don't
Harris
like you
is
thinking Michael
second.
Harris. I
Michael
want it-
Harris is second off the
So
board.
both guys that had queued, CJ Abrams and Devin Williams, both got taken right before me. I
Of course you want to
scrambled.
take CJ Abrams. Guy's a big-time gambler. Of course you would.
Yeah. Oh, he is. I would have took him 3 rounds ago.
Okay.
All right.
We
On
got
with the next 2 picks in a row. Got 111
All right.
here in the house. Thank you guys for joining. An odd show for us. This is
Very different.
I know
Very
my first pick here, but I need a little bit of time for my second.
Let's take a look at the draft board while we're waiting on Tom.
Let's
Where
take
are you, draft board? There you are, draft board.
It's green.
Bring this down just a
We're gonna
little
go
bit.
there.
Pick it up from the round 5. As Tom is making his second of 2 picks here. Hunter Green off the board.
Yeah.
Hunter Green, the young flamethrower for the Cincinnati Reds.
Give me them
Off the
taters.
And Anthony
Santander.
Santander, nobody's favorite bank, is off the board.
Ooh.
Matt Chapman's off the board as well. Matt Chapman goes to Chris Nieves. All right,
All right.
Sierra's the next pick.
I am going to go for somebody that Yankee fans hate, but he's a good first baseman. So let's go Josh Naylor.
Rizzo?
Naylor.
Well, technically, you hate him, not Yankee fan.
I think. Garrett Cole doesn't like him. Play that
I'm
much.
going to try to get some more Ks here. Got to get some Ks.
Yep. Took the one I was looking at too. Took the one I was looking at. And there goes the other one I was looking
There you go.
at.
I had them both in queue. I was hoping one of them fell.
It was,
You know what?
I almost took Nola over Green, but Green just
know what?
is exciting.
All you gotta do is catch lightning in a bottle once.
Yep. That's true.
Oh,
Oh,
Jacob
God.
DeGrom.
What
Look
a
at that
I was
pitching
all in
staff.
on pitching.
Oh my
Look
God.
at that pitching staff.
Smartest guy in the room, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what?
Smartest guy in the room.
I need
It's
a
all-
second baseman, and only a year ago he was the top second baseman heading into the 2024 season. We're gonna go with Marcus Semien here. My next pick, Marcus Semien.
Man, Joe, way to just tank your draft.
Wow. I
thought it was bad when Sierra took Adley in the
His-
second round, but
Whoa,
thinking
whoa.
DeGrom.
Calm down.
Hey,
Yikes.
Rich.
Don't drag me into this.
Drake, you did it to yourself.
Who called me?
Only gonna help the
Me.
ERA,
It
my
was
man.
me.
Oh boy.
I just had a question.
Yeah.
Is there like repercussions for coming in last year? Because Joe's gonna need to know that now.
Oh.
Hey, listen,
We gotta
let's
figure out
let me
something.
see the rest of the team first.
You know what, Joe? I would love to see you in another Yankee jersey again. I will say that. I think that
Oh.
could be a
I don't think I'm coming in last.
that could be a good bet. Let's see
Well,
here.
I mean, you guys are picking closers pretty quick, so think I'm just gonna go closer here.
Jordan Tyler goes.
Oh, there he goes. There's the
Oh,
trumpet.
there he goes. Down the
and
trumpet.
then-
Edwin Diaz off the board.
It might be a little early for this. I just feel like he's gonna feast over there in Yankee Stadium with that short porch. And
Belly.
so I'm going belly.
Oh.
Cody Bellinger got the double position eligibility
Taco
there.
Bellinger did not get Bellinger.
No, so I'm gonna have to rename the franchise. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Damn it. All right, Core is up next. As we are now in what are we now in round 8? Round we in?
Yeah, 8.
We are in round 8 of the draft. Ozzy Albies finally comes off the board. He was towards the top end of the
Little
available
man.
players left. Zach Gallen off the board as well.
We are flying.
And,
Use that
let's
cue,
see.
people. I say that as I have to rebuild mine. Okay.
The other guy still there. All right, I'm gonna take a chance myself, and I know he can't stay healthy, but
I'm gonna kill you, Rich. Oh
Tyler
no!
Glass now. Tyler Glass now off the board.
Listen, when you've gone heavy one side, you got to try and get value another. I'm taking first round talent right now. First
Look at
round
you.
talent.
Look at you taking chances.
round
So wait,
talent.
hold on a second. So your draft strategy is just to pick up X factors that just can't stay healthy? Is that what's going on here?
Joe
You
is,
got-
Joe
you
is
gotta stay healthy
dominating
once in
the
a while.
2018 Fantasy League.
Oh my God, I lost out on Glass now. Let me go get Trout. Oh my God.
No, I thought you were taking Trout. That's why
No,
you
no,
said
no.
it can't stay healthy.
No,
I
no,
thought you were taking Trout.
No, the other, the pitcher version. Well, no, sorry, the pitcher version of that is on your O'Neal Cruz off the board. O'Neal Cruz was towards the top.
Good pick.
Towards the top here. All right, we are
Going to peripheral stats.
Oh, another reliever off the board.
I need a
Josh
closer.
Hader. Josh Hader
All
Where are we at here? 8:40. Are we like halfway through this draft? What are we looking at here, Corey? Or are we like
We're not. Let's see. We are in round 8, towards the end of round 8. We're about a third through.
Third, yeah.
We're a third through.
Okay. All right. I anticipate this is probably going to go to the 9:30 mark today. So I think we're right on pace.
We're gonna get
Ronaldo Lopez, who was a breakout star for the Braves last year, off the board, headed to Sierra's team. And now Chris is on the clock, and then we're going to turn it over to Tom, who's going to turn around the round to number 9 in just a few short moments. Take a look at some of the players available here at the top for those who are keeping score at home. And again, shout out and thank you to all who tuned in tonight. 118 folks here. So thank you very much. Jordan DeRose, Joe has to recreate an impractical Joker's punishment of the winner's choice if he's last.
It's a great show.
Swift, crazy how the number 8 starting pitcher in the sport is still available after 27 starting pitchers have been taken. As Joe. Oh, 28 now. Yes, Jack.
I still might end up with them.
Kevin Gossman now off the board. Kevin Gossman taken here.
Let's see Tom's crap picks here.
So the Lehigh Valley Legends takes Kevin Gossman of the Blue Jays, and now Tom's got his back-to-back picks, and we're about to kick off round number 9. Swift I think has a countdown of all the pitchers that's been taken before Seth Lugo, which I think is hilarious. And another reliever off the board, and Mason Miller.
That's your boy.
Mason Miller and James Wood. Big Wood off the board.
What do you think about that, Joe?
The marketability to have James Wood play before 12 o'clock in the afternoon would be insane. Luis Arias, multi-positions. Another player off the board here. Christian Yelich. And there goes Rafael Iglesias, one of my favorite relievers in the game, who I think goes completely under the radar.
Didn't go under my draft radar, though.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
I'm going to round out my outfield here and get a little bit more pop.
Oh,
Hey, Oscar Hernandez. Cheap pop.
Damn it, Matt. Did it to me. I found it so strange that he was still there.
Is that bad?
I don't like
still
it.
There?
I don't like it.
Okay.
All right, Joe. You got 30 seconds on the clock.
Between two.
What's going on with this chat? I haven't been looking at the chat with the
Kevin Cruz goes, this is a very bearded group. This is a very bearded group. Sorry, Sierra and Joe.
He wasn't getting the next.
I have the best beard of everybody. Look.
Mark Vientos, the Mets off the board. Okay, now I'm up here.
Oh, he did it. I was waiting. I was waiting to see.
He wasn't getting through the next 6 Met picks, so I knew that.
Well, that's definitely the smart way to draft.
So we're gonna
and I needed an infield. He's my only second.
We're gonna go with another reliever here. We're going Ryan Helsley, the reigning NL reliever of the year. So we got the 2 reliever of the year award winners for 2024 on the squad in Class A and Helsley.
There you go. All right.
Let's go. Keith's been very quiet, which was not the case before the show.
Full
not
of
the
thought.
case.
Oh,
Junior Caminero. Junior Caminero might catch one in the ear hole this year if he celebrates the way he did during the Dominican series. Junior Caminero.
Or if Vientos was there and I took Caminero, would you have taken Vientos?
I needed a third baseman, so probably.
Yeah.
I was targeting
between those two.
Only
You know
Fams is up here.
I,
Only Fams.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Out to all the kids watching today's show. Freddie Peralta's off the board.
And
Peralta.
It's a good pick.
I'm doing a little you know what? I'm this guy when he's healthy, he's a really good offensive player, and I just need him to stay healthy. Please stay healthy.
Royce
That's
Lewis.
what we do. We
There
send
you
up
go.
prayers for health.
It's a damn shame, Josh. This guy, you think one
Mhm.
healthy season, you could be talking about a guy who could get MVP votes at the end of
Yeah.
the year.
Phenomenal player if he could just stay healthy.
Max Fried, who made his Yankees debut at spring training today, off the board. Thanks
Hey.
to Core. Lawrence Butler.
Good
He's
job,
going for those
Core.
stolen bases.
Core sniping as always. He just always snipes the picks, and that's why he's always in the playoffs every year.
You know what? I'm gonna go with actually, you know what? I can wait there. I'll go with it. We're gonna take a shot here. We're gonna take a shot. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that.
Wait, I thought I was about to pour one up. My bad.
I think you're actually about to Joe. Who? I don't know. We'll see.
All right, screw it. We'll go with the young gun, Dylan Cruz.
Oh, my
There you go.
Let's see here. I got so many different places I could go.
Jacob says go back to the board selection, please. Yep, I'm gonna be going back and forth between the different screens here. So, the board got a little filled up since the last time I updated it. We are in the middle of round 10.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Just
And now
because
Joe is in the middle of his pick there, so that is our draft board.
Joe,
Ah, damn it.
I got ya.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Old reliable.
Oh,
Salvi Perez
Mhm.
off the board. Salvi Perez off the board.
oh, that hurt.
Amazing that Salvador Perez could still get picked in a fantasy league on
Yeah.
draft day.
When you play catcher, first base, and DH, and gonna hit 25 bombs, you take that. Defense doesn't matter in Roto.
I mean, that is true. That is a true
But
statement.
there isn't a DH position though.
There is one utility.
Utility.
But you can put anybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Justin
if you have
Steele,
a DH, well, DH only guys can go there though.
128. 128. Jordan DeRose here goes. Watch Jeffrey Yan, who goes full Super Mario every time he gets a K in spring training. He's going for a spot in the Rockies bullpen. If he continues to celebrate like that, Jordan, he's gonna blow an ACL.
Jesus.
Bailey Ober off the board, and there goes Roki Sasaki, who I did consider with my last pick. I didn't want to go full Dodgers rotation.
The thing with
there.
them is they got like a 25-man rotation, so you never know what's going to happen.
So that is true. And who knows? Like Sasaki may not even start on the major league roster to begin the season. I mean, they have that flexibility.
Yeah.
I think he will, but there goes Yainer Diaz. So another catcher comes off the board.
Get your catchers,
Yeah.
guys. I cannot believe it. Again, we are just talking offense for catchers. And Rich, I thought you were going to go with this guy. Give me the large dumper.
Nah, I'm getting.
Oh, poor
catcher.
Corey.
And
I keep
guys,
having
is
all
there a
these
reason
guys.
Wyatt Langford's still available. Yeah, I'm taking Wyatt Langford. I know he's
Fuck you, Tom.
fighting something right now. But, I mean, just
Hey,
He was
hey, Sierra, Miss Petit, are we friends?
Me and you?
Uh-oh.
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 It depends on what
Oh,
you're asking
no.
me right now.
Black
Say
screen.
bye to Glaby, baby.
There goes Gleyber Torres.
Oh my
baby,
God, Chris, are you
baby.
kidding me? He should have been available until the very end. What are you doing?
That's early, Chris.
Damn.
That's
There's
early.
somebody that she has that I want. Hey, if you want to trade, reach out to me after the show, please.
No, he should have been available in the last round. I don't know what you're doing right now.
that's
No, he
wild.
was and very wild, and there's a reason why outside of Sierra, like that was a joke.
The crowd.
Yeah,
The crowd.
there's
has
a
gone
thought
crazy
process
here.
behind it.
The crowd is going nuts
is
over
going
here.
mild.
Rich took Tatis
Oh,
from me.
man.
You took Glaber from me. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Sierra Bader's
Stanton
still
Diaries.
around.
Yeah, Bader's
Yeah,
still there.
no, Chris will probably take him in the next round.
Who
10
else?
seconds
Sierra,
here.
10
Who
seconds
else is
on
on
the board.
Sierra's squad?
Oh, I didn't even know it was my turn.
Oh no, we're gonna have an auto. Oh, thank God.
Oh.
Riley Green.
Oh
I was
man.
so
Riley
mad.
Green. Wow.
Corey is not like these last.
She
few
got so
picks.
mad about the Glaber pick. She almost
keep
lost her
getting
pick entirely.
sniped.
132
Good pick on the
to go.
Riley
Sounds
Green
good.
with 10 seconds left, though. That's a
Thank you.
solid pick.
Keep
You call
getting
it like
sniped,
you
man.
stand.
All my picks get sniped.
By the way, while we're in between picks, make sure if you guys aren't already to like, share, and subscribe today's show. It's a lot of fun, but also even more importantly than that, follow all these great people that are here making the L, which is what all these guys are going to catch when they see me on these fantasy streets. So shout out to everybody who's in here. So make sure to give everybody a follow if you haven't already.
People have spoken.
And
Oh, there
double
he
more-
goes, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Lugo is off the board. Seth Lugo
I did it for the
off
people.
the board.
I did it for the people. Had to be done.
Wow.
After my last 5 queued guys all got sniped within the 7 picks before me, I had to do what I had to do.
I can't take a chance with so I'm just gonna pull in the best catcher available right now. That's Will Smith. Damn you, Tom.
That's a
Damn
good
you,
pick.
Tom.
I mean, the fact that like 5 catchers went in front of him is wild.
I can't blame me for taking Salad Perez.
I think he's the best catcher in all of baseball.
I mean,
but, you know,
offensively,
try
yeah,
to wall.
at this point, it's a big dumper.
Cal's fantastic. Still unhappy with our rankings and how he finished third.
He's taking big dumps all over the field.
Jackson Holiday off the board. That's a great pick.
Is it?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
about
great.
that.
Keith took the pick, so it's listen.
Alright.
Keith's
Are
a
we
smart
doing
man.
an extra innings tonight, Rich?
No.
No extra innings tonight. We're gonna go probably super late with this one, so we're probably not gonna
Lord.
run through extra
Lord.
innings, but I'm sure we'll hear a lot of the
We're just about in the
contemporaries
middle
on
round here now.
tomorrow's spaces. So,
All right, I'm going
no,
off of someone that is coming back from injury and has looked really good in spring training.
Sandy Alcantara, former
Good
NL
pick.
Cy Young
I
Award
swear
winner.
to God, I had his
Off
page
the
up, and it was like,
Uh,
let me do a little reading
board.
on Andy.
Now, I don't know how I feel about this pick, but I do like the player. So
Another Oriole infielder, Jordan Westberg, who's currently day to day, is off the board. Someone pick Reed Detmers. That's what Joey Bag of Donuts says. If Li was here, Reed Detmers be off the board already. Who do we got here? Corza. As we are in round number 12 of the draft. And again, shout out to those who have joined. We got 130 plus in the building here on Empire State of Baseball, episode 115. Back on our weekly schedule as Robert Suarez comes off the board. Robert Suarez headed to Core's team, one of his relievers. Is that your first reliever there, Core?
That's my first reliever.
Oh, dang, Keith.
Tristan Cassis, good pick.
Dang, Keith.
Tristan Cassis off the board. All right, I'm going to take a shot here. I'm surprised he was still up there. So I know we're still waiting on Strider's debut for the 2025.
You guys know
season
what I
overall.
had for dinner tonight?
Uh-oh.
I had Shake Shack.
No one cares.
Which means I got a burger.
You did all that for just Jake
Come
Berger.
on.
You did that whole thing for Jake Berger.
Joe, what you lack in humor, you also lack in looks.
I appreciate it.
Coming from the guy wearing sunglasses in his house, like
oh my
fucking crazy.
World Series
All
of
right,
Poker hasn't started yet.
Andres
Tom.
Munoz off the board.
No sunglasses jokes, guys.
You know what? I'm shooting
Where
for
are
the
yours,
comeback.
by the way, Keith?
I'm shooting for the comeback. At worst, I get steals.
I got like a new pair of Oakleys in the mail coming. Don't worry.
Okay, you definitely are going through a phase, aren't you? Look at you. Luis Robert Jr. off the board. Bretton Doyle, one of my favorite range factor outfielders, off the board.
Only
Another
problem with
Oh,
Robert is he
Ezekiel
plays
Tovar off the board.
yeah,
the bottom circle of hell.
that's
So
unfortunate.
let's go back to the other screen.
Ah.
See what's happening here. This board's filling up quick. I can't keep up. Tom is on the verge of making pick 1 of 2 from round 12 into round 13. This is a 24-round draft. So we should officially be at the halfway mark. At 8:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tanner Scott, the newest Dodger. One of the newest Dodgers. He did a lot this offseason. Off the board.
What's your deal?
All right, Tom, you have another pick here. Isak Paredes off the board. Isak, which I realize is spelled with 2 A's and not 2 S's the other way.
Yeah, gonna just feast those Crawford boxes.
Isak Paredes off the board.
Might have a platoon with him for his road home split. It's the kind of stuff I'm bringing. If you guys aren't bringing
Battling
that,
something. I'm battling something over here. Hopefully, you guys have been staying healthy. A lot of people have been coming down with bugs of their own.
Ooh.
What's up here? Oh, Lehigh Valley Legends. Chris is up, and I see a ceiling fan. So let's see what pick he's got. He is taking.
I'm just catching up. Hold on.
7 seconds.
Chris, you're getting close here. 4, 3, and there goes Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds. I once pissed off the entire Pittsburgh Pirate fan base by doing a Brian Reynolds mock trade a few years ago.
You got to repost that trade. See how many Pirates.
I can tell you what the trade was at the time. It was Ken Waldachuk, who is a high Yankees pitching prospect, ended up going to the A's as Randy Rosarena comes off the board. It was Ken Waldachuk and Oswald Peraza going to the Pirates, where the Yankees getting Brian Reynolds.
It was bad.
Pirates fans killed me.
It was rough. That's
Killed me
rough.
for it.
It was
That's
bad.
rough.
Seiya Suzuki, who just placed on our top 10 DH list, which was
Yeah.
available this
we go.
morning. So if you go over to the page, check out our top 10 DH page.
You're lucky. You could say
Coming off the injury.
you could say I'm one with the Quan.
That was so lame.
Yeah, again, I mean,
Bad
What are you
joke.
doing, Joe? What are you
Even
doing?
Quan, it was the nightmare to one of my fantasy championships one year. Shout out to Core. All right, let's go with a pick here. Let's go. Oh, we're not gonna go with that guy.
Okay.
Oh, this is okay. We're entering an interesting part of this draft, folks. Very interesting part of this draft.
Get some wild cards from down roster.
Shit.
Rebound candidates.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a tough part of it.
Some faith picks.
And I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we'll go with the pass squatch. Go with Vinny Pasquantino. We don't have another first baseman. Vinny Pasquantino off the board. So now we send it to a trio of Met fans here. Keith, Core, and Josh. Okay, and thank God somebody that starts with J.
Kind of wrong.
Luckily, there wasn't another K after.
Yep. That's where we're
Shanahan. Another guy needs to stay healthy.
Shane McClanahan. So there's a lot of these guys I've noticed this year. You see, you got McClanahan, Sandy Alcantara, Spencer Strider, guys who are looking to find their once Cy Young form.
Is Shane going to be? Because I was looking into him a little earlier. Is he good to go to start the season?
Yeah, he should be pretty good.
He was pitching
Matter of
yesterday.
staying healthy.
Kerry
Yeah,
Carpenter.
I wasn't too
It's a
sure.
good pick. I like Kerry Carpenter. So we're gonna throw it right back to Core. Let's go back to the best available on the page. Forgive me, folks. First time we're doing this, so we're just trying to bounce back and forth between what's available. That's our pick history there. And then this is who the best available. And at the top of that list, Tom, is unfortunately somebody that we've heard some bad news about today.
Yes, Luis Heel is. I'm assuming that's who it is because I'm not looking at your screen. lat injury, right? So shut down for 6 weeks or something. Is that what it was?
6 weeks of no throw.
Yeah,
You know,
so, yeah,
when
shut
you think of
down.
something like that, you saw what happened to Clark Schmidt last year. You can only imagine.
See you in
probably
August.
held down
Yeah.
until late in the spring, early summer.
Yeah.
At least for his major league in-season debut. Keep on the board here and keep off the board. Takes Wilson Contreras with him. Wilson Contreras off the board.
Good value at this point.
Yep. I had him in my queue.
All right, what you got, Rich? What you got?
I just am not a fan of what's available and what I need. I mean, damn it.
It's a rough spot of the draft. Right now.
Close your ears, Keith. Close your ears. Maybe close your screen. We got.
I think I know who you're going.
We gotta take out.
I knew it as soon as you said that. I knew you were doing it.
Third baseman.
I knew you were
We need a
doing
third
it.
baseman. We're in bad shape here. Third
Be a
baseman. I have
future
nobody
Yankee.
there. Alec Bohm.
What do I need?
All right.
What do
So
I need?
now Joe is up. We have Joe, Chooch, Corey, Sierra, Chris, Tom, and that will be the end of what I believe is round number 14.
Let's go.
Round number
quick
14
question.
about to come to a close. Yes,
Quick
sir.
question.
Yeah.
Will we be having a spaces maybe tomorrow to talk about this draft?
Oh,
Let's do it.
I would
Let's do it.
assume that there's going to be a bunch of spaces that are going to cover this.
Do it,
tomorrow.
man. Tomorrow night. Let's do it.
Shaw.
I'm just going to assume that Tom won't be there.
Yeah, I got things to do, people.
Question: do I go with an old
Actually, it's not going to
reliable
watch itself. So
or somebody who I think could take a leap this year?
Go with Luis Gill.
No. I think he's going to take a step forward this year.
Grayson Rodriguez. Grayson Rodriguez of the Baltimore Orioles. I mean, the Orioles need him, Matt. The Orioles need something out of the top end of their starting pitching after losing a stud in Corbin Burns.
Yeah, and he'll round out my my 5-man rotation. So
Corey Favs on the board.
Next Sunday.
Now, I'm not used to this Corey and Chooch picking against each other.
Corey,
Right.
that was the old reliable I was referring to. So
Yep. There you go. So we thought alike again.
Grayson and Gray
We
back
thought
to
alike
back
again.
picks. Nico
Corey
Horner
and
off the board.
Corey and Chooch share a team in Rich's other league, so
Yep.
that they should think alike because they're
Shout out to the League of Chooches, which features half of this league that you're seeing draft tonight.
All right, I waited. I waited long enough. I waited long enough for my first Red Sox.
Rick Masters. All right, Chris. Let's see what you got here, Chris. Taking Tanner Houck.
how
Tanner Houck off the board.
how
I'll be honest. I thought you were going to go with an ex-Red Sox, which was going to scare me.
Xander Bogaerts.
Tanner Bybee. Last time I saw Tanner Bybee, he gave a piss missile to John Carlos Stanton in the NLCS.
Well, listen, good for
He's beautiful.
Tanner Bybee. Giancarlo Stanton might not play baseball this year, so he's safe.
Relax.
I don't know, Sierra.
I need.
There's
We just need him for the
something going
playoffs, okay?
I mean, there's something going on other than those elbows, and it's
Listen, my team is named after him. He has to come back. That's all I'm saying.
While we get around to these picks, since we still got a show going on, who's had a tougher time with the injury bug this early in the season, the Mets or Yankees?
Yankees.
We'll go around the room. We'll go around the room here. Josh, what do you got?
I'll go Yankees. I'll go Yankees.
Core.
I'll go Yankees. I think we're probably relying on Stanton. Doesn't look like he's going to be playing anytime soon.
Who the hell knows what's going on there? Personal matter, tennis elbows. We don't even know. Keith, tougher time with the injury bug this early in the season. Oh, Keith, we can't hear you. You are muted, sir.
But between the Mets or the Yankees, you said?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, I would say the Yanks. They've had a rough time.
And yes, I would agree with the 3 here, so much easier of a question to ask as we got picks going on. Kodai Senga off the board, Brian Wu off the board, Shea Langoliers off the board.
Who took bro?
Kodai?
Who took Brian Wu?
Pissed.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to finish the rotation of Seattle. I didn't get
You had the
Logan.
Mariners rotation going here, Keith.
Look at my pictures.
My
Let's
bad.
take a look. Let's take a look.
I got Logan.
Oh my
Look
god.
at
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, he did. Look, he had Kirby, Miller, Castillo.
Oh man, you had a system going. You had the whole system.
I was gonna take Wu
Incredible.
just now, dude. Come
I
on.
needed a good pitcher.
Unbelievable,
Oh
bro.
man, that's funny.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
on the board here.
listen, I know he had a
That's
bad
funny.
year last year, but how Bo Bichette, like, I mean, that guy should not be ranked this low. I feel like
I mean,
Like, if he's
didn't he just get
healthy-
hurt today?
Bo Bichette.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just got hurt today.
Pretty sure
No, no, don't. Well, he's not my
Oh,
starting shortstop.
he's getting an amputee. Oh no.
Yeah, you're messing.
Let's
No,
see.
I'm so serious.
No, he hit his first home run.
Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette,
injury.
who somehow,
That's bad.
some way made our ESB top 10 shortstop list, all because of Joe.
He did
I didn't even
leave the
have him on
game.
the list.
He left the. He did leave the game early.
but they said it
So-
might be a planned exit.
Joe,
Yeah,
back to the question. Worst luck with the injury bug this early, Mets or Yankees?
The Mets have it in the thinner position than the Yankees, but the Yankees' overall depth is a problem, especially offensively. So I gotta go Yankees on that.
Chooch.
Just for the sake of argument, I'm going to say the Mets. They're going to miss Sean Manaea at the top of the rotation.
Yeah, and I think that kind of like plays into what Joe kind of just said there. It is you lose your best guy in a position
pick.
where, hey, now you're looking at a starting rotation that has Clay Holmes featured in a more prominent role than I think people would have thought. Corey Favs, who's at the worst
First
luck
of all,
of the injury bug.
Corey in the draft keeps sniping all of my picks. I thought there's no way Walker was getting picked before my next round. Yankees. I
Alexis
think
Diaz, Ryan Walker, Jarrett Jones, and Brendan Donovan all off the board now. Sierra, how about you?
I mean, it's unfortunate that both pitching staffs have injuries. And obviously the Mets, Nick Madrigal, who wasn't going to be like a huge part of their team, got injured. But the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton is easily the most important piece of this lineup, and he's down. So
I mean, Judge is pretty important.
yeah, but Stanton lengthens the lineup, and Stanton is our playoff. Like, he is the playoffs. So to me, he's more important, but to each their own.
And I think it's like the one. Well, there's one or two like positives with Stanton injury. One, you free up the designated hitter role, which is needed for guys who are in their 30s who can use half a day off. That's like the one positive that always happens. The second positive, Sierra, it's March 3rd, and luckily we're not closing in on October anytime soon, and the Yankees have some time to address what they got going on. All right, I got 50 seconds on the clock here with my next pick, and I am going to take a Yankee. I'm going to take a guy who is going to fend for the Rookie of the Year award, and thank God we're not doing defensive metrics for this year.
Wow.
Jason Dominguez is headed
There you go.
to my spot.
Homer.
You took Jacob DeGrom.
Oh, you took. I was just about to say you took Jacob
He's not on
DeGrom.
the Mets.
Oh, but come on.
My Atlanta.
I'll take another
Uh,
Philly. I'll take another Philly.
Philly,
Underrated
Is it former Met?
Philly.
Nope. Christopher Sanchez coming off a good season there. Jordan, who's been lighting up our chat. Shout out to Jordan DeRoast. DeRoast, I should say. Both of us having pitching injuries early on, but Yanks have the bigger bug personally. Donovan might be the wild card pick on Josh's part. He's got that glove in him. But again, no defensive metrics, right, Corey?
That's it. No defensive metrics whatsoever. It is what it is.
That's a guy I considered right there, Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty, off the board.
Yep. He gone.
Keith, what's the latest and greatest with Shea and Sons, my man?
March 27th. We'll be back.
Nice. Good stuff, brother.
Oh my
That is
God,
what we
Marcus
love to hear.
Stroman.
We'll definitely be back though, March 27th.
I had to take him before Chris took him.
I don't
Sure,
think he
guys.
was on Chris's radar.
To all the Mets folks
I think
out
I would have
there
taken
who are
Rodon
tuning in,
before I take Stroman.
Yeah,
Make
how
sure you
does
tuned in to
Rodon
Shane's
not come?
I'm going to be honest.
I'm
taking Rodon
Rodon's
right
biggest
now.
hater. I wasn't taking him no matter what.
Rodon off the board here. For all my Mets folks out there, make sure you're following Shay and Sons on Instagram, X,
Hope
and
you guys
if you're
have
not
starting
subscribed
pitching staffs, by the
to
way.
Shay and Sons on YouTube, you're doing it wrong. So make sure you're
Getting
subscribed
pinned.
to Keith and Key over at Shay and Sons.
I already got a backup pitcher.
All right, the Lehigh Valley Legends. Chris in a very magical place right now. Maybe in a very magical state as well. He knows what I mean. We're going to find out where Chris Nieves drafts here with what do we got here? Pick number 162. We had 161 of these things already. Damn. 9:10 p.m. Eastern time.
We're rolling.
More than halfway through the draft. And there goes JT Realmuto. JT Realmuto off the board.
That's a great pick.
Swiss favorite catcher, JT Realmuto. Outside of Austin Wells, of course.
If any one of your trash catchers goes down, reach out. I got 2 good ones.
At this point, I know he's hurt. He got a cortisone shot, but the value and the different stats is too much to pass up. I'll IL him.
I need to see how heavy Chicago Sierra's.
All right, Spencer Steer, ready to.
Yeah,
Not
it
at
just
all.
got too late. It was time. I don't care if he starts on the IL. I'll IL him.
Comes my
Horner,
first,
just Horner and Presley.
my first hope. Let's see if he comes back this year.
Brandon Woodruff.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Yeah.
Brandon Woodruff.
Late.
Shout out to the 137 in the board.
I think I can wait.
What do we got here?
And when we get a little,
minutes after the show ends, since Rich isn't doing extra innings.
when we get
Trevor
a little
McGill.
gap, I would like to answer that Mets Yankees question as well.
Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
Well,
Yo, Rich.
oh, go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
This is not fantasy related, but Rich. Next week, Rollins, Punk, Steel Cage, MSG.
Unfortunately, I have plans right here. 8 o'clock next Monday. That's wow. Are you going? That's the question. Are you going?
I'm trying to be in there.
Look at you, Chooch. Damn. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll have to move this to Tuesday. Last minute appearance at where's that? The Garden, Barclays Center?
Garden.
The Garden.
Rich, I heard there's a planned internet outage in your area next Monday.
Well, if
What's
that's
up,
the case.
Keith? Oh, you
Maybe,
got
well,
it.
I'm going to see Chooch outside with clippers near the electric box over here. Robbie Ray. Off the-
Robbie
Ryan
Ray.
Tempio
Robert
off the board
Ray.
as well. Interesting.
Guy's
pick
going
there.
to
Ryan
strike out
Tempio.
250 this year for Core. That's
Yep.
it. Just in case you guys are wondering, Core pulls so many picks out of left field and they just go off. He's like the ultimate, like, I totally forgot that guy was on planet Earth until he makes an all-star game and gets down to vote Cy Young's awards for Core.
Yeah, he's
All
excellent
right.
at that.
So
Your
I
research.
I am going for I mean, as long as he's healthy, he's one of the best shortstops in the game.
Yeah, I had him
Nice.
queued.
And since Keith was bringing up wrestling before, Tribal Chief ain't going to be out for a long time. So
Oh,
I'll snag him up.
wow. The
Ooh.
Tribal Chief
Smash him.
stolen from Tribal Keith. My goodness. My goodness. By the way, shout out to a friend of the show, John Hernandez, just got married. Had an epic Roman Reigns entrance on Saturday. That was phenomenal stuff. Really cool stuff. What we got here? Oh, it's me. Let's see. see who we want to go with here. You know what? Just in case that guy ain't that good at third, we're going with that guy.
Yeah, good play.
Ah,
Cheap
I'm
pop.
ready.
That's
Here's
some
my
cheap
next,
pop
next
right there.
pick.
Yankees are putting a pounding on the Pirates right now, 10-3 in the 8th inning. Squid, Andrew Velasquez just went deep.
Oh,
10-3.
That's my next pick.
10-3 in the 8th inning.
gonna take this guy.
Joe, what are we thinking here? Oh, what your runner up? Colton
I got
Cowser.
Tom. Got Tom on that one.
I had him in my queue.
Was good value down there.
I got
Yeah.
Couldn't care less about Colton Cowser.
I gotta think, fellas, especially for those who I've been drafting in various fantasy leagues over the last years. I think this is the point of the draft where you can't really consider something a reach pick, I would think.
I mean, Stroman was a reach pick.
Was Stroman
You
taken?
drafted Jacob DeGrom, so
You know what, Sierra? Very good point. He did draft Jacob DeGrom in like the 4th round.
No, that's not true. It was like the 8th round.
half of your team is going to be on the injury list after the second week of baseball. So I'm not worried.
We'll see. And if
Shoot
my team
with
somehow by a divine miracle,
Coochie?
if I roll snake eyes, I'm unbeatable.
Reese Hoskins off the board.
I don't
Little
think you
bit
know
of
how
pop.
gambling works.
Corey Faz, you got a question. Is there an IL in this league?
There are 4 IL spots. So, yes.
Sierra, I did have the Dreamweaver in my queue.
Oh,
Maybe
that's a
not
great
for this
pick,
round,
eh?
but
I mean,
was,
Sierra.
but I
Great
wanted
pick.
him.
All right,
Oh, thank
I'm
you.
gonna draft. I'm going to draft the Yankees starting third baseman on July 16th.
No.
There.
Nolan
Arenado?
Arenado.
Nolan Arenado off the board. See, Joey?
Shout out to
Joey
Joey.
Bag of Donuts. Nolan Arenado still taken in these drafts.
Oh boy, I'm gonna let's see. Let's piss Joe off a little bit here.
Love it.
Oh, Nimmo.
There you
Do
go.
that. Then
And quick question about the IL stint. Does
Yeah.
Jacob DeGrom take up 3 of those 4 spots, or
Oh, man. It's possible.
Just one, man. Just one.
Okay, Jerickson Profar off the board. Chris with his next pick of the Lehigh Valley Legends. We are in the middle of round 19.
We're getting there.
All right,
5
Brad.
rounds left.
CK, I'm officially rooting for Sierra to win the league now because you took Chris's favorite baseball player, Luke Weaver. So there you go.
my favorite player was Ben Rice.
Fairbanks.
All right. I'm going to draft my final pitcher, and I'm going to go AJ Puck.
Oh, LI. Shout out to LI. That AJ Puck off the board.
Don't
AJ
say it. He'll pop up.
We actually shouting out LI in this one?
Oh, LI is getting a lot of love here. He might not
I'm
even
gonna
be in the chat. We're
Trying to
sending LI.
piggyback saves and holds with the same team.
I mean, say what you want. The kid's a highlight reel when it comes to
Bad
voice,
takes.
voice notes, and bad takes and bad traits. So shout out to LI. And again, shout out to all you. We got 142 people here that watched.
I want a nice
10 people draft on this special edition of Empire State of Baseball. Brian Abreu off the board. Kenley Jansen off the board. Do we have a reliever train going on here? Is that what's happening? Joe, are you going to continue this?
Come on, ride the train.
It's the only position I need at the moment. I'm gonna go with another dominant.
Oh my god!
Get that ERA
That's-
down
And
again.
that's the first time Joe has actually stole something right before I was about to go there. Cade Smith.
Jesus Christ!
You know what?
Everybody's
This guy,
ripping on the team. They're gonna look at my roster and be like, "Damn, that's pretty good."
This is
No one's
be
gonna
a
say
guy-
that, Joe. I can assure you that.
This is a guy who might vie for the closers roll out in Arizona. We're gonna go Justin Martinez with my last reliever.
Oh my God, that's 2 in a row that got stolen from me.
Welcome
Wait,
to
is-
ESP, Josh.
I just
All right.
noticed is Josh at Citi Field as we speak? Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's out
How's
there.
the weather over there?
Day.
That's kind of. I gotta say that's kind of dope though. That's kind of dope that he has that in the background.
Committed to the craft, man.
Don't do it,
Out
Keith.
there camping for opening day.
Don't do it, Keith.
Like
Dude,
Call of
the
Duty drops in the middle of the night.
The Mets
Right,
got
like,
screwed
GameStop.
with the opening
Jonathan
weekend
India.
schedule.
I'm surprised he was still there. Jonathan India, that's a good pick.
And I'm gonna jump in here real quick, and I will say as far as the Yankees Mets question, as far as the injuries, I think it's 50-50. I think it's pretty much even. Stanton is a huge bat for us, and I think that's gonna hurt us. But our bats are thin, and Stanton was huge, a huge miss. And I know Manaea is not gonna be that long, but I think that's a little bit of a hit for starting pitching that was a little thin for them. I would say maybe 55-45, a little more hurt towards the Yankees, but I think it's close to a 50-50, if we're being honest.
Clay Holmes.
Tom, that question finally gets to you.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't see how it's even close. The Yankees have had a lot worse situation. I mean, Stanton and Luis Gil's a better pitcher than Sean Manaea. So they literally lost a better pitcher, and they lost a guy who's going to be in the middle of their lineup, their cleanup hitter probably. So,
but I do think we have some pitching, some pitchers that can fill in a little bit while losing Luis Gil. But I do agree. Again, I would maybe obviously lean towards the Yankees having a little more issues with the injuries, but I think some of their injuries hurt them just as much as some of ours hurt us.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, I mean,
Florida
the
Hawks,
Mets-
Clay Holmes.
the Mets starting rotation is, lacking. Again, where Joe lacks in humor, the Mets lack in starting pitchers. So,
Boo this man. Porter Hodge, Clay Holmes, Griffin Jacks, Bryce Terang, Ranger Suarez, Kirby Yates, and now Luis Severino, the
Steph
ace
Ace.
of the Athletics, not of Oakland and not of Sacramento, just the Athletics. Luis Severino
And a drive by Castellanos.
contender midseason. George Lombard
Hey,
Jr.
all these
just went
flames
deep.
keep going down. Castellanos gonna have a big year.
I thought you just say
Lombard
George
Jr.
Lombard
screwing
Jr.
a
got
home run.
drafted. And I was going to say, whoa. Is this the Dynasty League that was told me about?
Lombard Jr. with another home run this spring. Yankees lead 12-3 over the Pirates. Nick Castellanos just got drafted. So I guess, Corey, you're banking on a lot of bad news to happen this year.
That's it. Let's roll.
Shout out to you.
I want all the milestone news stories with Castellanos at the plate.
That's just sickening. Luke Raley off the board. And now Chris Nieves fades to black, which means he is getting close to his next pick. That's Kyle Finnegan. Kyle Finnegan, who just signed a 1-year deal to return to the Washington Nationals. He's headed to Chris's team, and now there's Tom with quick back-to-back picks. Like to see it there. Zach Eflin and David Bednar off the board to Tom's team. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close.
All right, round 21
The
of
end of this
24.
This is our fourth to final round here, and the way that we're pacing, I'd say we're probably gonna get this thing done at around the 9:35, 9:40 mark. Jordan Romano off the board now. Jordan Romano, the newest closer of the Philadelphia Phillies, headed to Chris's team.
Okay, I see you.
There's Francisco Alvarez coming off the board. Alvy, who is
That
still up there.
division with having Romano scares the shit out of me. Like,
Logan O'Hoppy's off the board.
Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel, good pick. Look at the position eligibility on Christopher
Things-
Morel.
That's the thing, yeah.
First base,
Just
second,
nice
and
to
third.
Trying to find the next big thing.
The drafts are won in this round.
I don't know. I think
This,
Shohei
this
Ohtani
is
is going to
where
really
this
help
is
me
where
out.
Core makes his bread and butter right here. This is what has
So
won
it
Core
works.
many fantasy drafts. Jackson Jobe off the board. Jackson Jobe off the board. I like this guy. I'm gonna go pick him. Taj Bradley. Go Taj Bradley. Young starter for the Tampa Bay Rays. Nick Martinez, the veteran long reliever, relief pitcher, starter. He's still got the relief pitcher, starting pitcher eligibility. And the Tribal Keith is taking Nick Martinez here. Okay, we got 2 picks left of this round, and then we enter round 22. This is a 24-round draft, and we still have 140 plus in the building. Thank you guys very much for joining us here on this episode number 115 on Monday, March the 3rd, 2025. I'm battling a bug of sorts, so forgive me.
Rich, one last question. I'm sorry,
Yes,
one
sir.
last question. Do I have to drive to Staten Island to pick up the trophy, or can you make that way?
I mean, you're going to have
man.
to ask the commissioner of the league here. I think the commissioner is the one that would have the answer for you.
Yeah, I'll make the drive out to
Corey.
Jersey instead.
Hey, Corey, you meet me at the Waffle House in Allentown, brother. It's on me.
All right, now I'm
All right, there we go.
All right,
Sounds like
hold
a
on a second.
plan.
You said Waffle House. Now I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for Waffle House.
That sounds like a plan.
Jason Adam, who's with the Padres, headed to Core. Jeff McNeil.
Jeff
He's about
McNeil.
Jeff
He's about to have
McNeil
a
going to
comeback season.
OnlyFans.
You'll see. You'll
Let's
see.
fill these queues up, people. We are late round.
It's past Tom's bedtime. He's getting a little cranky.
Tom has a
Bachelor-
small bladder.
Bachelor's not going to watch itself, man. Come on.
You know what? Somebody took Alvy, so I'll just take Wells.
There you go. That's not bad.
Oh, there you go. Austin Wells off the board. Looking forward to somebody's reaction in the chat. Austin Wells taken off the board. All right, I got somebody queued up for you, Tom. So I got someone queued up. He's probably gonna go. I have a feeling he's not gonna survive.
Don't take my guy, Rich.
Oh, I'm taking your guy.
Don't take my guy.
I
He's
am
not
taking
making
your
it
guy.
past Core.
He's one of the last top 10 remaining.
Core
here
just
on
drafted
the
the Silver Slugger this year for the catcher
Tyler
position.
Stevenson, Cincinnati Reds catcher. Tyler Stevenson. Yeah, this will be it. Like
Yeah,
Stevenson
no
goes,
bad, guys.
and then next year he's going to be number 4 in our catchers rankings. Watch.
Yeah.
All right. Tribal Keith is up, and there goes Lourdes Gurriel. My guy is still
Don't
there.
do it,
I'm
Rich.
going to take Andres Jimenez.
Oh, all right.
Andres Jimenez. Because I need
I'm actually kind of surprised this guy's still here.
You know you don't get points for defense.
Little one.
Taylor Ward.
I'm actually surprised this guy's still here.
Jose Barrios.
I
Jose
just can't
Barrios,
believe it's
yep.
not bugging.
Jose Barrios.
Man, I was the biggest Barrios supporter in the world, and he just like every year, like he's an okay pitcher, but man, he had the talent to be like a Cy Young type of guy, and he's never reached that. It drives me nuts because it's in there somewhere, and he's just never quite that good.
Now, after we're done drafting, since we're not going to host an extra innings on X tonight, as Brandon Fatt is headed to Empire State of Fantasy. That's Corey Faz. And there goes Mauricio Dubon as well. Since we're not going to host an extra innings, I'm going to keep our participants a little late because I want to ask them what was their draft strategy? What did they aim for? And we'll highlight some of the key
keeping
picks.
me late, Rich.
Tom, you'll go first so you can get the hell out of here.
Every
I was getting
team
out of here
needs a-
regardless.
Every team needs a guy who's been through some shit in their life, and you know he brings your team some blessings.
Allen.
So I'm gonna pick my guy. I'm gonna pick my guy.
Good pick.
Liam Hendricks.
I was
There
thinking
you
about it too.
Liam Hendricks. There goes Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon.
Walker Bueller.
Walker Bueller. How is he still up there?
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
That's a great pick.
Take notes.
Walker Bueller.
Old man Pavetta.
One of the my favorite activities after these teams are uploaded, just hit free agency, be like, oh my god, how did this guy not go?
Right.
Start filling up those IL spots, seeing who's going to be. So Corey, when it comes to
Yeah.
additions in this league, I know a thing or two about making a lot of
Oh
transactions.
yeah, it's fair game because it's not no weekly limits. There's no week matchups.
Dansby Swanson. There goes Alec Burleson of the Cardinals. Alec Burleson
Yeah.
going to Corey's team.
Don't screw me.
I'm gonna go for my multiple position eligibility guy.
You're gonna get my guy. Oh no, never mind.
Rafaela.
Listen, all you gotta do is play the matchups with this guy. That OPS is gonna look real good.
You know what, man? He's part of the old guard. He's on a 1-year deal. He's in the National League. Let's give Justin Verlander some employment this year.
Thought about him.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. Keith. What is Keith thinking? Keith is thinking about what emo songs I'm going to rock out to after this is all over with. Jeremy Pena. Off the board. All right, we're getting to the tail end. This is it, folks. And with Josh's next pick, we are about to embark on the last round here. And here we
I
go.
was going to take Boz.
Shane Boz, Lucas Erceg off the board. And now here's Josh's final pick of the evening.
Wow.
I would have to assume everybody just has a bench spot remaining just to fill out. I would be shocked if it would be somebody in the starting lineup. Really thinking hard about this last pick, folks.
You know what?
David Peterson.
There you go.
David Peterson. All right. So Peterson off the board. Core with his last pick of the evening coming up. Luis Garcia Jr. off the board. Luis Garcia Jr. off the board. And our tribal Keith is up here. Pick number 233 and the final pick for Keith in tonight's ESB Fantasy Baseball Draft. Who will Keith take? Keith is bleeding out the clock, down 35 seconds here. And again, thank you for everybody who joined us for the special edition of Empire State of Baseball. Michael Tolia, another Rocky, comes off the board. All right, folks. Now that I'm at the very end, let me just get him off the board, throw him right in the IL. We'll see what happens. Luis Hill.
You know what? My team is about second chance.
Oh, God. Byron Buxton. How the hell is he still up there? Byron Buxton somehow is still up on the board.
Shot.
Speaking of taking shots, Aroldis Chapman now off the board as well.
Jesus Christ.
Aroldis Chapman headed to Matt's team. Tyler Fitzgerald off the board as well, coming off a great rookie campaign with the San Francisco Giants. We got 3 picks remaining, Sierra, Chris, and Tom, and then we get to do a little bit of review here. 9:33 p.m. on the East Coast, episode number 115 of Empire State of Baseball. The first of
I know who this is going to be.
No, you don't.
Yes,
I am going with Utility Jesus. I'm going to go with IKF.
IKF
Oh.
off the board.
Wow. I thought
Isaiah
for
Kiner
sure it was Harrison Baker.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa received the phone call just
I-
now. That he was not
I had to
expecting.
talk myself. I had to talk myself out of picking Harrison Bader, because that was I had him queued up.
Marvish off the board, and that's your draft because Jake Cronenworth was the very last pick. And that's it, folks. That's your draft. So real quick, we'll get around the room. We'll start with Thomas since Thomas has got to go. Tom, I'm looking at your team right here on the left panel. You got my guy, the Dumper. You got Ketel Marte. You had the number 1 pick in Shohei Ohtani. What was some of your draft strategies? Your key, part of your key picks for today's draft.
Starting pitching is at a premium, so we really just filled up on starting pitchers. Got some great ones there. You always can find offense in fantasy, so I'm not so worried about some of those positions right now. But my starting rotation is going to put up Ks, quality starts, wins. We're going to have a low ERA. Get ready.
There you go. All right, Tom, go get on out of here, and congrats on your number 1 pick. Sierra,
Congrats on winning the
no,
league for myself. Yes, thank you.
We'll work our way around here. Christy Evis had our number 2 pick, the Lehigh Valley Legends. Talk to me about your draft strategy for today's action, man.
Well, if I wasn't on vacation, I would have probably had a little bit of a better strategy. But I will say this, I we hit dingers, baby. That was my strategy. We hit dingers over here. You go after the outfielders. Like obviously I took Judge first, and I just kind of like went after power first. And I did review some of the scoring system that Corey had set up. So I kind of like thought about that as I was drafting guys who don't K as much, and even when starting pitchers, guys who can, they may give up some hits and some runs, but if they can get the wins, that's the most important thing. I think you get a couple points for the win. So I kind of thought about that as well, and I'm gonna hit the free agency pool very soon here because Glaber's gonna be off my team very soon. Sierra, reach out. And man, listen, before I get out of here, because I am on vacation, got to settle the kids down. It's a pleasure, Rich. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a part of this. Good luck to everybody in here, in fantasy and in real Major League Baseball. Good luck to the Mets fans in here. Hopefully we get our Subway Series that we've all kind of wanted the last couple of years. And like I said, good luck to everybody.
100%. Enjoy your vacation.
Have fun on vacation, and make sure, guys, to give Chris a follow on social platforms. Christy Evans 618, Christy Evans 610. He's got 2 accounts out there. But also, make sure to check out Chris on the Wednesday edition of ESP NYY's A Bronx Take. He does a great job hosting the show at 1:00. And speaking of Sierra, let's take a look at your team. And Sierra, talk to me about your draft strategy throughout.
My strategy was just to keep you on your toes. No, I focused on the position players because I figured I'm going to get more points out of power than I am out of my pitchers. And that's kind of the route I went. And that's why I saved a lot of my pitchers for last.
There you go. And you weren't so Chicago-centric, which I was surprised about. So great job to you. Sierra, thanks again for doing this. Good luck to you this year. And again, just like Chris, make sure to check out Sierra's version of A Bronx Take. That's on Thursday afternoons at 1 p.m. And also, she does a great job over at Pinstripe Chronicles, Sundays at 11 with Lynn over on the Upper Deck. Sierra, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. We'll skip all the way down. We're going to jump around here. Josh, you had the number 10 pick. It's by far my favorite pick in any of these drafts. So talk to me about your strategy, as you were one of 2 that had that snake pick.
Well, my strategy was, I had no strategy. I was kind of winging it. Early on in the draft, I decided to go more so pitcher heavy and to, gamble on a couple of players like Royce Lewis and Carlos Correa. And again, just go pitcher heavy with some sneaky picks like Sandy Alcantara. Like Alcantara, like if he's healthy, he's a very dominant pitcher. Spencer Swallenbach, last year he was a very good pitcher. He just has to find a way to get back out there and try to replicate what he did. Clay Holmes, gamble on him. We don't know if he's going to be, how good he's going to be as a starter, if he might end up in a bullpen at some point. That's all it was. It was gambling on a couple of these players. I really didn't have a strategy.
There you go. Josh, thanks again for doing this, man. Again, good luck to you this season. And folks, if you aren't checking out the Queens Baseball Spaces, especially if you're a Met fan, what are you doing, man? The Queens Baseball Spaces are where it's at. Josh is typically hosting them. Rube, Macho, everybody out there, they do a great job covering their team. And Josh does an excellent job giving us his opinion on his favorite baseball team. Give Josh a follow at L_accountant, Josh?
Yeah.
L_accountant. There we go. Josh, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Josh in our number 10 position. Speaking of Queens baseball, Keith, you're wedged in the number 8 spot, right in between me and Core, which is, in the League of Chooches would not be a great spot to be in. But you held your own here. Keith, tell me about your draft strategy throughout.
Yeah, so Soto landed to me at 8, which, you can't really go wrong with that. And I wanted my first 3 picks to be power heavy. I wanted to get around 60 home runs with my first 3 picks. So I went Soto, Vladdy, and Devers, and I think I got it there. and then I was just trying to go offensive player and any Seattle Mariner I could find. And I almost accomplished my goal. I got 3 out of the 5. Gilbert went. So I was like, all right, cool. Gilbert's, he always goes pretty high. So I'll try and get the next 4. But Sierra, unfortunately, is a big hater in these streets. So shout out to Sierra. I respect haters. I got some speed in there too. So I went after Jazz, Lawrence Butler. Even got Bryce Terang in there. So got some pop, got some speed, got all the Seattle pitching. You know what I'm saying? Whoever took Anthony Munoz kissed my ass, by the way. So shout out to you. Try to get literally the whole Seattle pitching staff. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for inviting me. I'm not used to Roto Leagues. So it's my first time really doing a Roto League. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm more of a points guy. But, for ESB, I'm down, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Best of luck this season in fantasy. And again, folks, give Shea and Sons a follow, a like, a subscribe. Keith and Key do amazing work over at Shea and Sons podcast. So if you're a Mets fan and you're not following, again, don't know what you're doing. Keith, thank you so much, pal.
Yeah, thank you for joining, man.
All righty. Core, the host of Core Curriculum. Core, this is a spot that you have frequented. You've been in several different draft positions, and it just seems like it's a strong strategy for you. So, Core, for the viewers at home that don't know about Core's draft strategy, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so the way I looked at it, we're in a 10-team league. I felt like there was a lot of starting pitching to go around, so I wasn't targeting it early. I kind of had a very similar strategy to Keith. So I wanted to get 4 or 5 starting pitchers I felt pretty sound about, but the rest of it was focused on offense early and then pick my spots at the end. Going after upside guys that they don't work out, I can churn and burn early on.
There you go. A lot of young blood in here. Gunnar Henderson with that first pick there. Kyle Tucker, who's on a free agent year, so expecting a massive year for Kyle Tucker there as well. Core, thanks again for doing this. Really do appreciate it. We look forward to Core Curriculum when we get kicked off with our regular season episodes. And folks, if you're not following Core on social media, this guy's a smart Mets fan and knows his ball, man. These trivia questions that he's going to be spitting out throughout the year. I mean, again, he always has Joe, Tom, and Corey and I's head spinning, man. Core, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, man.
Take care, bud. Matt Chooch Tucker, host of Chooch's Pick of the Week. Chooch, talk to me about your draft strategy.
So I kind of tried to go for a team that kind of fills the stat sheet. Players that go up and down. Maybe they don't get the most steals, but they are putting some steals up there. That's what I really tried to do. I tried to go heavy with the hitters. I tried to solidify that lineup, and I really liked that Ellie fell to me. I feel like he fills up a lot of those categories across the board. And I'm really happy with my starting 5 as well. I think it's a solid starting 5, and I think I was able to fill up all needs.
There you go, Matt. Again, thank you for doing this, bud. Really do appreciate it. And I really appreciate you guys staying on late as well. We went really late here with almost 9:45 here on the East Coast. So, Matt, Chooch, thank you so much. Everybody, give Chooch a follow over on Twitter.
Thank you, sir.
Matt M. Took 45, the host of Chooch's Pick of the Week. He'll be returning with that segment throughout the course of the regular season. Thanks, Chooch.
No problem.
All righty. Well, we're down to the final 3 here. Joe, we'll start with you, man.
Yeah.
Draft strategy, highlights. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, in Roto League and the way we have it formatted, if you can dominate certain categories and secure the fact that you're going to be at the top of the league in those categories, there's a lot of randomness. But I went pitching heavy. And if you look at the top 4 pitchers I got, Paul Skeens, Zach Wheeler, Chris Sale, Jacob deGrom, would you be surprised if there's a Cy Young or even 2 in that group? Would you be surprised if that group leads the league in ERA, leads the league in K?
Surprised if 2 of these guys have double Tommy John surgery? No.
Well, the health is the X factor. But when we talk about ERA Ks, K per 9. These guys are going to dominate these categories. So for me, if these guys are healthy for 30 games or even 28 games, my team's going to lead the league in all but the saves and holds, as far as I'm concerned. So that was my strategy. Get the most dominant players that were on the board. And for me, I felt I have 3 in Skeens, Wheeler, and Sale. I have 3 of the 4 most dominant starting pitchers right now. DeGrom is a wild card, obviously. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I went power. Salvador Perez, Jake Berger, Mark Vientos, Corey Seager, Kyle Schwarber, and God willing, if he's healthy, Mike Trout. Those are 6 guys who might have 30 home runs apiece. So if I am top 2 or 3 in home runs and I'm top of the league in ERA and Ks and quality starts, guess what? I'm going to be top of the league at the end of the year.
All right, Joe, good luck to you. Not really. Corey Favs, you are the league commissioner. What was your draft strategy, bud?
Yeah, I mean, I was extremely pumped for Jose Ramirez, 4th overall. I mean, third base, and we said it in our top 10, it's such a weak position the lower you get. And to get a guy like him in the 4th spot, he gives you plus in every offensive stat. Not just the traditional power and RBIs, but he's projected 29 stolen bases this year at a third base. So that's plus premium offense at a weak position. So I love it. The pitching for me is interesting too, because pretty much the opposite of Joe, the way the draft board shook out and all of a sudden there's 10 pitchers off the board and I only have 1. At that point, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to step away from pitching and just try to build the balanced offense and kind of go the reverse of Joe, where it's like, all right, let's try to be near the top in a lot of offense and tread water in pitching, try to get the peripherals. The K to walk ratio is an interesting stat, different look on the pitching side. So try to put together a balanced offense, like Matt said before, that can compete in, most of those offensive categories. I thought Luis Robert late was a good gamble, again, just because he has that speed factor as well. If he returns anything like he was a couple of years ago, that's a nice pick. And then from the pitching side, again, it's, obviously on paper, it's not like Joe's, but, should be in a pretty good spot. Save holds, Josh Hader, one of the best relievers from a peripheral standpoint. Same thing with Iglesias, 536 K to walk ratio. That's great. So my goal is try to, be towards the top in a couple of pitching categories, tread water on the rest, and try to dominate on the offensive side. So we'll see what happens.
And more importantly, Corey Favs took Seth Lugo. So that's,
I did that. That was my for the people
the whole
pick.
league right there.
That was for the people pick.
For me, I kept it pretty simple. My draft strategy, and I've never done Roto League before. It was draft high quality starting pitching because that's something I'm used to in the points league. So we had Garrett Cole in there. Clearly, it was also draft a lot of Dodgers. Yamamoto, Glasnow, Will Smith, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. So if it's a Dodgers rain out, man, it's not a good day in the office for me. And also the last one, most important strategy was draft Fernando Tatis Jr. away from Sierra, which we were
There you go.
And that's it. That was it, folks, for today's show. A special one at that. Again, want to thank everybody who was a part of today's draft. It was a long one. We almost went about 2 hours. Real quickly, though, let's get around, get those socials out, and I'll just get it out real quick. Make sure, again, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to us over on YouTube at Empire State of Baseball. That's where all our archived episodes, clips are all going to be. This is our hub for everything. And to join the best chat here when it comes to the baseball live streams, it's right here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on Instagram as well. Join over 6,800 and counting that followed us on Empire State of Baseball's Instagram page at Empire State of Baseball. Give us a follow individually as well. And the same thing goes for X, which we do also have a lot. We're live on X, Instagram, and YouTube. But also make sure you're following us on X. We have a lot of handles to follow, as you can tell. Our Mets content team is ESPNYM, followed by Corey Favs and JR Pugs. Our Yankees content team, which recently expanded because we now have a Bronx take. So we have 2 more to add to the team. with Boogie, Dan Boogie Anderson, and Christy Evis, who just joined us recently for the draft, both part of the ABXT team, along with Sierra as well. Give me a Tom a follow at our respective handles, as you see there. And like I said, Bronx Take goes live Monday through Friday, 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. We talk everything Yankees, MLB, great space every week. It's honestly been a lot of fun getting up there and talking to a lot of the some of the bigger Yankee content creators, along with some of the biggest, more passionate and knowledgeable Yankees fans that you're going to see on X. And make sure to tune in for our next episode, which is next week, number 116, which is going to be the continuation of our preseason series and our third annual March Madness bracket. That returns next week at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And this year's topic, Joe, what's this year's topic for March Madness this year?
It looks like it will be best fictional baseball characters. So, think movies, video games, publications, books. So, best fictional baseball characters, and there's some iconic ones. So, that's going to be an interesting list.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
That's going to be a lot of fun. But Corey Favs, in my when we start our final thank yous here, I want to thank you. Thank you for setting up this league, commissioning the Roto League. Really do appreciate it, man. It's a huge responsibility, if I say so myself. So good luck to you running this league with the other 9 personalities involved, man.
Yeah, no, appreciate it, and I hope everyone has a good time. And again, Roto Fantasy, it's the oldest form of fantasy. Felt right to do it for the podcast with all these great personalities. So ultimately, we'll see how it all plays out. For those of you listening in, thank you again for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again next week. Until then, take care.